this. Good morning, good morning. That's fine. Go live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So again. There we go. Now I can actually see that. Voila. Perfect. Good morning to everybody. I am live. I just need to share this out to a few dozen people. Hey Tess, thanks for swinging in. And good morning to everyone who's coming in. I'm just sharing this out. I'm going to be sharing a new little trick that I just literally learned last night that I was not aware of that we could actually do, and that is using base 64 within our generator. And what you're seeing right now is hopefully something, thank you for the heart meat, is actually going to work this time around because Claude misunderstood my intention. And basically, what base 64 is going to allow us to do is it's actually going to take any photo that you want, PNG, JPEG. I would suggest probably a JPEG, but I've been loading PNGs. And it will actually put them into the generator itself so that we can actually load the photos up and be able to sell in a really amazing looking background, all via our normal system that we have set up. It does actually require an extra step. You don't have to do this. It just looks pretty impressive is all. I will freely admit that it is an actually neat kind of little good morning. It is a neat little thing that you can. No, and I haven't been on long. I literally just jumped on. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be teaching a new little trick that I learned using what is called base 64. And base 64 will take any photo, PNG, JPEG, whatever, any kind of file. Well, I'm not sure about any kind of file. So far, I've only explored with photos, and it will turn it into this massive string of data. You're going to save it, you're going to download it, you're going to load it to Claude or whatever ChatGPT, whatever AI that you use to build your generators from, and it will actually put the photo in there so that you don't have to have the published photo. No, this is for anything. This is literally anyone can use this. You don't have to have my video factory, my generator factory to do this. And let me go to copy. Let's just replace this one. Control V. File save. Now then, this is what the old file looks like. There is no photos in it. Hopefully, oops, get my camera there off the screen. Hopefully, this actually added. Let's see here. And no, it did not. Alright, let's just go to F12. Source code. Okay, there's no errors on that one. It's not playing nice. We're going to go to print screen. And I'm just going to tell Arc no photo. Alright, no photo was put in. Sometimes this may happen. It may be just because my generator is a little big for that. Let's see here. I can see the URL directly. Let me fetch it and embed it properly. So basically what I did was I took one of the photos. Which one was it? This one here. Let me open it up. I'll show you. Oh, actually, I got to finish sending this off while I'm waiting for my computer to kind of catch up with me. Let's see here. Oh, I took that photo there that's on the screen right now, and I literally went to a website that will handle all the encoding. And what you can do is you can literally look up base 44. I mean base 64. I don't know why I said base 44. And what you can do, I'm using, literally, it's just this one here. I'm using base64 converter.org. And all you're going to do is you're literally going to go and you will click on the file button there. And where it says URL safe, I keep that there. Include padding. And then all you got to do is click encoding. And as you can see, it took that photo and put a whole bunch of gobbledygook that we have no idea what the hell means. But the computer actually knows what it means. And by the way, I am on YT, so if you want to go there, it's a little easier to see the full screen as well. But I am broadcasting here on TikTok, and I'm planning on doing dual casting for a little while. But by using the base 64 and then going to your AI of choice, my AI of choice is Claude. And let's see here. All right, cool. But I prefer to use Claude for all of my coding, and that includes the HTML generators because it does some really amazing work. It does take some time though for it to build everything up. You do not need to do this. Let me see if I can find. Let's see here. Did I actually download that off of here or not? I did not. Hold on one second. I do have to cover the screen just because of what I'm going to grab here. Let's see here. Download that. Okay. Close that off. Okay, there we go. I had to cover the screen because TikTok would have thrown a hissy fit about, there we go, what I was about to show. So you see that photo that's off there? Here? That's encoded. That's literally embedded into the program itself. Yeah, you're literally just going to go to base64 encoder. Well, base64 converter.org. There may be other ones. This is free, so I haven't actually hit any issues. And all you're going to do is literally just grab your whatever photo that you want. Let's see if we clear that. Select file. And if I go to, let me just grab another photo. Let's just grab this one here. And then we just encode, and boom. As you can see, it's fast. It literally encoded very, very quickly. Let's see here. And by the way, my YT will be a little slower from compared to TT, just the way it is, unfortunately. So, we literally have an entire code. Yeah, it's basically it's taking the graphics and breaking it down into code so that the AI understands exactly what it is. Now, you want to actually download this. Do not copy it. Hey, Val. You actually want to download this. Do not copy to clipboard. Just go ahead and download it straight up. Then what you're going to do, and I will show you what to do with it in just a second. I'm just letting Arc finish up its thing here. Why it works now. So we're going to copy that. This is for background use. This is just to make your generators a little bit more pretty. Control A, delete that. Control V, file save. Control Shift R. And it's still not doing it. It might be because the file is a little too big, or it may not understand it. So I'm going to load up the extra file. Go to Browse. Go to here. Let me show it. Okay, this is what I mean. Okay. This is what I mean from using it as a photo. And no, do not use the base 64 out of this generator. This is just an example of what I want. Sometimes you have to kind of mess around with the AI a little bit and say, okay, this is what I actually truly want. No, you're going to literally use this to embed the photo. Let me show you again. Okay. See that photo right there? This photo here. This is 100% embedded into the background of my generator. So that when I give anyone this generator, which by the way, this generator is actually in the rabbit hole, they actually get, when they download this photo, it literally shows that photo there. I can actually have it extend all the way for the full length of the generator, if I so desired. I can use it as a full fill in the background kind of thing. And this way, by embedding it into the actual HTML generator, you don't have to have it actually published. Because it used to be, before Base 64, if you wanted to actually have a photo up as a background, you would actually have to publish it somewhere, like on Imager, or in your, if you have an actual website, you would put it in their media center, and then link it that way. And it would have to stay there. It would actually, the person would actually have to be online to be able to use the generator to see the photo. This way, you don't have to store the photo anywhere. It's literally embedded into the actual coding via this Base 64. So let's see here. Well, it stopped for some reason. Well. What do you mean they exceeded? Oh, I open a new season. Okay, that's the problem. Let's just say to hell with it. Let's go to actual Claude, because I was in GenSpark and it's just being a pain in the ass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load this file up. Go to File. We're going to load up the Base 64. I'm going to add the HTML Vixen 1. There we go. I'm going to tell it straight up. I want you to embed the Base 64 into the generator that I gave you as a background. I want it in, let's see, I want it on the left side and large enough to be easy to see and to see. Do you need an example HTML to see what I am talking about? The extension, when it comes to the Base 64, you don't have to have an extension. Just literally click download results. And once you load it, it will literally just be a TXT file. As you can see, I already did this right here. See this TXT? It will literally download it as a TXT. So it took this photo here and turned it literally into this massive string of data once it shows up. There we go. And it literally turned it into this massive wall of text. And we're going to see if Claude will actually behave itself and do what I want it to do. Send that in. Thank you. What? Oh, you do too. I loaded that. Okay. Let's try this again. There's that. And then we will add the Vixen. There we go. Now we'll wait until that. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's try that again. Quit popping up like that. Thank you. There we go. Okay, so it is literally working on it. For some reason, it ended up getting wiped out on that one. But by downloading it as a TXT file and uploading it to your AI, it's going to shrink the chat down a little bit to save you so you don't hit a freaking limit that hard. So the full structure. Now let me check the CSV for the panel layout, specifically how the left panel is set up and understood that we need to do to embed. Now I have a clear understanding of the whole picture. The plain text, let's see here, this content is too long to continue. Ah, so there we go. It's literally saying too long. So let's just remove this one. Let's see here. See, this will actually hit sometimes. So what we can do is let's remove, how do I remove that? All right, so we close that off. See, this does hit a context issue, which I did not hit that last time. It just wants to be a pain in the butt. So let's retry, and we'll see if it will hit it once more. But it is a very large string, so to be perfectly honest, it might be better to have a PNG instead of a PNG, because it is a very large file. Okay, I do not want to retry that. Okay, let's just go back into a new chat. Let's just load this up as one by itself. Okay. I'm going to open that up. Okay. I am trying to add this to a generator. This will happen, so you always have to do workarounds. To generator as a background. First, here is the file, as I am trying to keep the context small enough that I don't get whined at. So, hey Mimi, how you doing? So we're going to let Claude basically digest the thing there. That's a base 64, yep, encoded PNG. So you want to use this as a canvas background in generator. A few quick questions before I start. Question, answer, how do you want the image to be used as a background? And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say behind the canvas that draws, let's see here. I want to include it into a HTML generator that I will load first. I will load. And I want it on the left-hand side in the background. Large enough to be seen. There we go. And if you hear some really weird background noises, it's because I have some major construction going on next door. I will paste the existing generator next. So let's just copy this. Control A, Control C, Control V, and let's see if that knocks down that context issue. Full page, yep. You want the Vixen, yep. Text image sitting on the left-hand side is large and visible behind the Vixen panel. Here's my plan. Keep the existing page, well, of course it is. Add the base 64 image as a left-centered, and there we go. So, this whole idea, again, is to be able to embed a photo, like that, right there, into the background. So that we don't have to actually have it published. Because beforehand, if you actually wanted an extra photo in the background and whatnot, you would literally have to have it published like on Imager or your own web page, somewhere in their media storage. Grab the URL, put it into the, have the AI literally put the photo into the background. And as long as you kept the photo where it was located at, it would, people would actually literally be able to see that photo, but they would still have to be online. This way, they don't have to be online to do this. Or that's the idea anyways. Okay, so we are now, hopefully, Claude will actually rewrite this without any issues. By the way, again, if you want to see the larger screen, check out YT. I am doing the whole broadcasting thing, dual broadcasting, or attempting to anyways. But it is slightly delayed, but that's just what it is. Can't be helped. But this is actually why I prefer to use Claude, because I can run through the coding very, very easily. It's just better at coding than any other platforms right now. And it's a better writer when you give it your brand Bible. It just seems to understand what needs to be done. I don't have to fight it, especially if I'm doing articles. If I'm doing articles that are 2,000 plus words for my blog site or wherever, it just writes better. I don't have to fight it like I have to do with TikTok. I mean, TikTok. I don't have to fight it like when I do ChatGPT. Because of the fact that ChatGPT, it tends to put out maybe 800 words, and then I have to sit there and constantly tell it, okay, we have to add more sections, we have to add more, and try to keep the context all together so that it makes sense. And I just have to fight it so much. Whereas with Claude, there is no real fighting. It will give you, if you say, hey, give me 1,500 words, it'll give you like 1,600 words. Maybe to 1,800 words sometimes. Article that is all on brand because I've loaded my brand Bible up, and it will actually do that. So, let's see here, running command. Okay, that's fine. Okay, cool. It's actually building slowly but surely. Yep. See, it's actually loading. Sometimes it's nice to check to be able to make sure that it's actually running like we want it to. But Claude, out of all of the programs, AI chats out there, will actually be the slowest for HTML generators. Guaranteed. Just because it tends to add a lot more structure to the program than ChatGPT does, or especially more than what Gemini does. Grok is pretty quick and it's not too bad, but if you want to do, in all honesty, if you want to do spicy adult photos, backgrounds, generators, things of that nature, you're going to have to use Grok. You don't have a choice because Grok is basically the only that I'm aware of. It's really the only mainstream AI chat out there that's damn near uncensored. Now, if you want to kind of mess around with a local LLM, then you're going to want to load LM Studio onto your computer, but it comes with a warning. You do actually need a decent rig to run some of the setups so that you can actually run your own local chatbot. Well, it's not a chatbot. It's literally, it is your own AI local. So it's free, it's open source, doesn't cost you anything, but it has a hell of a learning curve to be able to use it properly, to get it set up properly, and to make sure that you actually have a really decent rig to run it. Because as an example, my laptop is like it might be seven or 8 years old. Even though it's a Alienware and it is a gaming PC, it can't really handle the any real major LLMs that are open source. My main computer, though, on the other hand, has got enough beef behind it that it can run a few of them. And I haven't really played too deep into that pool just yet. But my go-to right now is Claude. It is worth the money. Let's see, are you still... it's still writing. As you can see, it is taking its sweet time of doing this. But we will actually see if it gets the base 64 put in. Again, photo-wise, I wonder... While we're doing that, let me just ask GenSpark. It'll be easier. Again, do not use this company. This company is lying to you, but I am still paid till the 21st, so I will use it. Let's see here. Let's go to when using base 64, would it be better to convert a JPEG instead of a PNG? Because the PNG file, if you're not aware of, is a huge file. It's way bigger than what a JPEG is. And PNG is what you really want to use for like print on demand. Because they need at least a 300, most of them want a 300 DPI. Smaller and more effective base 44 string, however, if your image requires transparency, sharp edges, or lossless fidelity, the PNG is right choice regardless of the size trade-off. Best approach is to optimize the source image first, compress it before encoding, as this has the biggest impact on the base 44 out size. So, there you go. So you can literally, photo, complex image, JPEG, image with transparency, PNG, icon, logo or simple graphics, PNG, minimized payload, no transparency, JPEG. For this, I want the transparency so that it sticks out a little bit better on the background. So, there we go. Voila, it actually did it. So let's just download this. And then we're going to open that. It finally understood what I wanted. It's a little hard to see because of the background, but as you can see, the photo has actually been added. So it literally kept it on the front side. You can't really see it that well just because of how large this generator happens to be. Because it is literally dual screened. So what I could actually do is I could actually go back and add another PNG and have that set up for the Muse side. If I so wanted to do that, that would make the conversation even longer. Based on the just on this one little lovely chat. But we can literally take any generator that we want now, have an animated background, and if you wanted, you could actually have this photo loaded up. If I go to, let's go back to base. You're literally going to be using, well, I am using what is called base64converter.org. It's free, doesn't cost anything, and I have no idea how many times that I can actually do this. Let us go to, select this one. Let's find, let's go to here. Yep. We will encode that. Download the encoder. Now, when you do this, it's going to keep renaming it the same freaking text file. So I just go in here and I literally rename this so that I remember what it is. And let's go to rename. And we're going to go Bible 64. Well, we'll just keep Bible 64 because this is for a motivational scripture kind of thing. So, literally, I'm going to go back to Claude. And I'm going to say, okay. And to be on the safe side, I'm going to start a new chat so that I don't hit that same error that I was hitting with it being too long. So we're going to go load that. I'm just going to tell it, okay, I want to embed this base 64 photo into the full background of the generator that I will load next. So we're going to pop that there. Sure, go ahead. Okay, so let's add the motivation. Where is that at? There it is. Open that. And here you go. Here you go. I want this full screen. And you're going to tell it where you actually want the photo. You're going to tell it that you're literally going to tell it that, do you want it on the left? Do you want it on the right? Do you want it on the top? Do you want it to be embedded fully in the background, left, right, top, bottom? You can actually tell it where you want this position. So I'm going to tell it, I want this full screen, and of course, in the background. But make sure it's still visible without overpowering the rest of the generator. Boom. So this is just a way of being able to add a little extra flair to your generators if you want to. This is just an extra step. You would, what I would recommend if you actually want to do this is build your generator first, make a couple of photos off of it, and then go back in, grab your photo, take it to base64.org, have it convert it, and then go back to your chat of your choice and say, hey, embed this photo, this base 64 photo into my generator. Tell it where you want it to put it at, and it will actually generate it there. Hopefully without too much of a hassle. So, just as a reminder right now, this is what this currently looks like. This is literally a Christian script landscape prompt generator. And the background slowly changes and whatnot because I actually programmed this. And this is what I literally told it to do yesterday. We built this, we randomize, generate it, and as you can see, there is also a new feature that I just learned. You can actually literally ask it to put 5 prompts or more, and each of these will be randomized so that you actually have 5 prompts that you can try out without having to sit there constantly hitting the randomize button. Randomize, 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 and grabbing it this way. This way, I can literally make an entire prompt pack out of this if I wanted to. And, of course, let's see here. Text is actually, yep, a string. Let me grab it. Your photo is now embedded, and no, it's not embedded. No, it's not embedded. No, it's not embedded. We ran into this the last time. Now, you're right. Let me search out our past conversation to see exactly how we did last time. Of course they're not. Let me just do it directly. The right way is to use Python to, for the base border string into the HTML body style, not via CSA class injection. There we go. So now I know to tell it to use Python to do this. Yeah, it is a nice feature. So you can literally add, let's see if it's actually going to do it this time. And no, you still did. Let's see here. Did it add the photo? No, it did not. Let me just grab a screenshot. Nope. Nope. As you can see, no photo. Do you need an example to show you how to do this again? Yes, please. Okay, see, the AI is literally saying, hey, I'm fucking this up. Give me an example. So I'm literally going to add the Vixen and Muse generator HTML because that was the, we'll just do the Fire Goddess because that one's already there. Here is an example. And this, I actually like when the AI screws up, except for this conversation is now too long. Continue a new chat or remove some tools. So this actually, let's see, we don't want to do that. This will get a little frustrating. No, why does this guy keep wanting me to co-host? I am not going to co-host with him. You would think that people would take a hint from that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to here, embed base. Here we go. Because this conversation actually did this right the first time. Let's see here. No, it isn't. That's the wrong one. Because I want to grab the actual, let's see here, base 64 conversation. For example, nope, that's the wrong one. Let's see here. Glad it's working. Yes, absolutely. Full control over the background image. This is the older one. I am going to literally ask it, okay, give me a set of instructions that I can give you so that you do this right every single time. Because right now, if I start a new chat, you have no clue how to add the base 64 photo to the generators. So, when it starts screwing up like this, you're literally going to go back to a chat that you know worked, and you're going to say, okay, give me a set of instructions so that you understand what I actually need. And you can literally copy this into a notepad, load this up to a conversation, and rock and roll that way. So let's try this again. HTML generator standard instructions. Prompt generator tools where I upload a base 64 file. Here's exactly what to do. Contains raw, encoded. Read it with Python. Enable it directly to the background image. Use image. Design style. Always follow these. Nope, I don't want the design file. Let's see here. Button sets. Well, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to copy a little bit of this. I'm going to copy that. Let's go to File, New Window, and let's see here. I don't want the style part, but I do want, well, actually, let's go to Output Tables. We're going to do the Output tabs and the buttons. By doing this, I have a set of instructions that I can actually use in Claude and say, okay, look, you pain in the ass, this is what you're going to do for me. So, let's just save this as Claude cheat sheet for base 64. There we go. Now, let's try this again. Let's pop this into a new chat. I have instructions for you. I'm going to pop this over here. Control A, Control C, and I don't remember if I can actually do this or not. Chats, projects, artifacts. If I remember correctly, artifacts. Let's go add a new artifact. Documents and templates. Here's a few questions to get started. Nope, I don't want that. And all I'm going to do is I have a file I want to upload for you to use whenever I call it up, so that I don't have to keep reloading this damn thing. Markdown, plain text. That's smart workflow. Of course, I cannot permanently store uploaded files between conversations. Each new one starts fresh for me. But here's how to do this. Memory edits. If your file contains key references, settings, yep, I can save the important into my memory right now, and they'll be okay. Let's just do start a new project. Feature lets you upload files once and have them enabled in every conversation within that project. Well, let's try that, because I haven't really messed around with projects too much. Yes, I will. Base 64, by the way, Black, and for those that have just joined me, Base 64 will take any photo, and let me show you. I'll just grab another photo. Let's clear all of this. If we go to here, I'm just going to upload one folder. I'll just grab this folder. Oop, this one here again. Let me make sure you can see that. If I upload that there, it's literally going to encode that file. Yep. Select the file. And it's not wanting to do it now. What the ever living hell? Basically, what this will do is it will actually embed the file into, it will take that file of your photo, and it will literally put it into this massive string. And I do not know why it's suddenly not wanting to do that. Let's just go F5. And we go to File. Let's select the file. And let's just grab another photo. There we go. That time that one worked. It just didn't want to do it that way. But as you can see, it literally put this, it broke that file down, and it's literally this massive string of information that will tell the AI what the photo looks like. It will literally replicate the entire photo perfectly, so that you can then turn around and put it over here. You can, like this here, I literally have it on the left-hand side. By embedding this base 64 into your HTML generators, you can actually have, instead of having just a plain background or an animated and whatnot, you can literally have that photo there. When you sell this photo, when you sell this HTML generator to somebody, or you give it away, they will be able to see that photo there. Whereas beforehand, you literally had to have, before I found out the whole base 64 thing, you would literally have to host your photo somewhere, like on Imager or your own website, like using OnBrandly. You would load it up to your media file, grab the URL for that photo, and then just tell Claude or ChatGPT, hey, use this photo here for the background. The problem doing that is that you have to keep that stored there. It would slow the generator down just a little bit, and they would have to be on live to be. They'd have to be connected to the net to be able to use that photo. And yeah, and as I've been telling people, tell Canva to kiss your ass. There's no sense in programming off of it. So you can literally use any photo that you want based off of 67. This generator here literally will just do Fire Goddess prompt generators. I grabbed this photo off my phone and said, hey, make me a generator for this. And boom. I now have this rather interesting generator that does some really cool photos. Different art styles, the whole thing. Powers and visual effects. Which, by the way, this generator is in the rabbit hole. So if you want to find that, go to Tools and Experiments, and that generator is actually there in the rabbit hole. So let us go to projects. So we're going to name. Let's see here. Let's go New Project. HTML Generators. What are you trying to achieve? Building HTML generators. I don't care about the spelling. So how can I help you today? Let's see here. Memory. Only you. Yes. Instructions. Add instructions to tell Claude's response. Files. Let's add this file up here. Upload that. And the cheat sheet there. And we're going to try that there. And we have this one file. So we're going to try this again. Of course, it's always okay to message me. I told you that before. If you guys have any questions or you need help, send me a DM. You can find me here. You can find me on my other channels. Oh, hell no. No. Don't use Claude for Google spreadsheets. God, no. If you need a Google spreadsheet, go to any chat. Let me just do this. Hold on a second. Let's go to ChatGPT. You can literally say, what kind of spreadsheet do you actually want for Google Sheets? You're literally just going to say, I need help building. Oh, no. To house the website itself, you don't use Google Sheets. You literally need a hosting service like OnBrandly. Or WordPress, Wix, whatever. My personal preference would be OnBrandly because I'm part of OnBrandly. It's mine and Jack's setup. It's an entire hosting service plus emails. You can do a lot of integrations as well, automations, the whole 9 yards. But Google Sheets will not actually house your generators. Now, if you want to sell your generators, you got a couple options. You can have your own website, again, preferably on OnBrandly, or you could use Stand, Beacons, whatever. You cannot sell your generators on Etsy, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So, to be perfectly honest, I suggest everybody have their own website because of the fact, and a Stripe account, because right now, if you're paying like Stan $33, $30 a month or whatever it is, it's still very limited on what you can do. Whereas if you're using like OnBrandly, you don't have to worry about what you can and cannot do because it is basically one big ass hosting service. So you can build whatever websites that you want. We do not care as long as it is legal. We're not going to shut you down. Whereas Beacons and Stan can easily shut you down. They will take a hell of a chunk. Whereas if you were selling these on your own website and you have a Stripe account, you are literally Stripe's going to charge you 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. And they literally handle all the security. They handle all the credit cards. You can literally use, your customers can use every single major, okay, cool. You literally can use any and all major credit cards, Google Play, Apple Pay, all through Stripe. And give me 1 second, guys. I got to open up my door. useless nephew-in-law left, and his dogs are running wild. There will be panic stations. Where are you two monstrosities? Okay, good. You guys stay up there. Ugh. I swear his dogs think that they have to be his shadow. But no, to host your website, to host these HTML generators to sell, you actually need a hosting service. Google Sheet is not that. Google Spreadsheet is literally designed to do quite a few things, actually. You can actually control your website through Google Sheets, but it is not a hosting service. You literally have to have a hosting service to have the websites. Now, someone, I forget who asked me the other day, asked about PayHip, because PayHip will not allow you to send an HTML file through. So what you're going to do, this is where you're actually going to go to Canva. And you're going to use Canva for what it was actually made for. Photo editing, video editing, making pretty things. You are literally going to go to Canva and you're going to make yourself a PDF file. Well, not file, but, it's a PDF file. And it's going to be a thank you letter. Thank you for, and make sure that it's all on brand for you. You're literally just going to go to Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, wherever, and say, hey, this is my brand Bible. I need you to write me a thank you letter for your purchase. And then you can actually load your files, your HTML files, to Google Drive, OneDrive, whatever cloud Apple uses if you're a Mac user. And you're going to put that link into your PDF. So then what happens is the person that buys your PDF actually gets the thank you, and it's literally just you're going to say, go here to get your generator or generators, depending on what you want. And they get this nice little thank you letter. PayHip doesn't mind sending people PDFs, so they will automatically grab that PDF. It just makes it cleaner. If you are using, I don't know how Stan sets it up, but I know Beacons you can only do like 6 files and that's it. So, hey Mar. So it is sometimes, if you're selling like a bundle of HTML generators, it is better to go to Canva, build that PDF, have all your generators that you want to bundle in one file, and you're literally just going to send people that PDF. It's the same thing if you are on Etsy and you're selling photos for like tumblers. Let's just say that we use the generator factory. We have 10 different generators that make different tumbler designs. I go through and I actually make 50 tumbler designs, and I actually size them correctly per whatever Printful or Printify actually requires the file size. You can find that. I use my photo editing skills to change the file size, and that's all it is just literally changing the file size. Load all, let's say that you want to sell 50 photos that are perfect for tumblers. You're going to load all 50 of those photos into, let's just say, Google Drive. You put the PDF, you literally will put in the description, you'll literally just put a description of the generators, add a photo so people can see, add a couple of photos so that you can actually see, they can see what the kind of photos that they can generate with these generators, and then you're literally going to give them the PDF. Once they purchase it, boom. And that is what you are giving them, is the actual PDF. Let me actually show you. Let me grab my brand Bible here. Let's just go to Google Docs. Let me grab my brand Bible, and I will show you how to actually get something that is on brand and really good. Let's see, Grumpy, brand Bible. And we're going to grab that. So I'm just going to use ChatGPT right now, just because I happen to be there. So I'm just going to say, this is my brand Bible, because I do not remember if it actually has my brand Bible in the memory. This is solid, you know, not nice idea, solid, actual, usable. Yeah, whatever. You let it continue rambling about your brand Bible until it's done rambling. It rambles more than I do. And what we're going to do is we're literally just going to say, I need a thank you page. I need a thank you page for the purchase of, let's go 10 of my HTML generators that I am bundling together. These all produce AI prompts for artwork, music, and video scripts. The subject is all about fire, just out of, just for the shits and giggles. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to grab, let's go to Google Drive. I'm just going to grab one of my Drive file URLs. Doesn't matter. Let's go to my Drive. Actually go here. And we'll just find, where is the text file? I know. Let's see here, text effects. There's one that I'm actually specifically going after. We're going to share, copy the link, go back here, all about fire, text. Well, actually, we'll go all about text effects. There are 42 of them. They can be found here. And make sure you use my brand Bible to write this. Boom. And now it's literally going to write me a thank you. So purchase confirmation. No confetti, just firepower. See here, if you don't buy a bundle, you just picked up 42 text effect weapons designed to stop your content from looking like everyone else's recycled nonsense. Good. What you just got. Inside the folder are 10 HTML generators that produce AI prompts for visual artwork that doesn't look like it came from a free prompt list, music concepts that don't sound like elevator filler, video scripts that actually hold attention longer than 3 seconds. Add every single one of this built into the text effects because plain text is where most creators quietly die. Access your file. So here we go. Literally, it's put that in there. Before you run off, let's be clear about something. These tools don't magically fix bad ideas. If your concept is weak, all you'll get is better looking weak content. But if you're actually using this properly, you'll start producing scroll stopping visuals, more distinctive creative direction, content that doesn't blend into the algorithm graveyard. How not to waste this purchase. So pick one generator, generate 10 to 20 variations, test fast, what not to do. So this is literally everything that I would copy and paste straight into Canva. You can make it look all pretty and whatnot. I don't do pretty. Hold on a second. By the way, this prompt is not going to, well, this prompt will actually work for you because it just meant you have to load your brand Bible first. That is the prompt. By the way, if you want to see a full screen a little bit better, YT is where you're at, where I'm at as well. But you need to load, when you were making purchase confirmation PDFs, do it all in one chat. Load your brand Bible first. Literally just say, this is my brand Bible. Paste your brand Bible into the chat. Go to any AI that you want. And they will actually follow and they will actually use your brand Bible. So now I have a full, the whole purchase thing. We can literally go to Canva. Let me just grab all of this. The Grumpy Marketer. Let's just go to Canva. And I already have a thank you set up here. Thank you for the receipt. And all I would do is just literally rename this. Let's go Text factory. Thank you. Ooh, that might be another good another factory. Ooh, hey, I may have to do that. Get rid of this stuff here. Control A, Control V. And seeing how this is literally so long, I would literally split it up into 2 or 3 different pages. So let's see here. Let's go. We'll copy that right here. Copy that part. Delete that. Get rid of this stupid little... Let me just shrink that part down a little bit. Delete that. Make that a little bit bigger. There we go. We add new page. Paste that in there. We need to format it properly. Mark down high. I never remember where in the hell. Copy, paste, lock. Show element timing. Alternate text. No. Aligned page. There we go. Left. I hate when it centers things because I don't want it centered. Alignment. Okay, that's just going to be a pain in my butt. But if I was being lazy, I would just leave it as is, how that is. And I can actually make this a little bit bigger. Let's do that. Change the railway to open source. Make it a little bit bigger. And there. I now have a HTML thank you page kind of thing that people can read. Then all you do is just as a quick example, you're just going to go back over to here. You're going to literally click download. Make sure you have it on PDF standard. And then you just download it. I would put my logo on there somewhere. And then that is what I am giving people. I am literally, it doesn't matter if it's on my own website, if it is on Beacon, StanStore, PayHip, wherever the hell you're going. Yeah, it's not. You're not actually giving them the HTML. You're literally giving them a PDF that takes you straight to your. If you look here, right here, see that link right there? People will literally click on that link. You are literally storing your HTML files in Google Drive, OneDrive, whatever cloud service that you want, and you're actually they're going to get the PDF, and it's going to take them straight to the Drive file. Whatever you're hosting, that is where they're actually going to download your HTML files. This is how everybody on Etsy does this as well. If you see, let's say that you buy, if you go to Etsy and you actually search for tumblers, just as an example, you can find a ton of photos that you can use on tumblers. They'll say, 100, 550, whatever. The reality is you can only load so many HTML, thanks for the heart me, Constant. You can only load so many files to these platforms. So what you do to get around this issue is you give them one file, which is a PDF. That PDF is going to hold your all your files. As an example, where in the hell? I got so many freaking things open here. Okay, as an example, if I were to bundle all of these right here, all these files, these are literally all on my Google Drive file. If I wanted to bundle all these text effects and sell them as a file, I could not load all of these because there's like 32, 38, somewhere around there. Maybe even 40. I don't remember. I could not load all of these. I wouldn't even be able to load these on my own website. It's it was too big of a file, too many files. So to get around this, we're going to go to Google Drive or any cloud service that you want. It doesn't matter. My preference is Google Drive. It's free. And I'm literally just going to click on here, go to share, and click on link, and literally just add that link to my Canva files. to my PDF. And as you can see right there, that's where the link is. So when I download that file, people can click on that and it's going to take them straight to the drive file. Hey, Lady T. And this is how you actually sell your HTML generators. And you're literally just giving them a PDF that has the link to it, because you actually have to have a file to give to them. I don't care what platform you're using. They have to get something. So what you're doing is you're literally, thank you for the follow. So you're literally just going to go to Canva and use Canva for what it was fucking made for in the first place, to make a pretty looking PDF. You know, to me, to be perfectly honest, if I go back, let me see here, where's Canva at? I will show you one of my standard, let's see here. No. Where is it at? One of my thank you ones. Where's the thank yous? Untitled design. Where in the hell did it get to? That's just irritating as shit. They've disappeared. Let's see what this one is. Oh no, this is a PDF. This is literally a. Oh, and this is the other thing you can use Canva for. For what it is actually made. I literally made this as a prompt guide, so that you can literally make all these little ducks and the grumpy critters that I could actually give away and or sell. Again, straight PDF file, and this is what Canva was made for. You know, I use Canva to make music videos as well. Put a bunch of still photos together, put some music to it, and boom. If you're out of space, then you would need to either clean some space up on your computer or get yourself an external hard drive. Which I have run into that with my laptop. I have an external hard drive that I actually have to hook up and dump stuff onto it. Because my hard drive on my D drive is like, I think maybe I might have less than a gig on that hard drive. Will you go away? I am not going to do that. I've sent this guy a message half a dozen times that I do not do co-hosting while I'm live. If he wants to join me, he can join me. He does not listen. Anyways, you're literally just going to go to Canva, make a PDF. You can actually, the first step was literally, where did chat? Did I actually close chat down? No, I didn't. Okay, yes, I did. Let me find the conversation. Hold on a second. There we go. The very first thing that you're going to do, I just loaded this into ChatGPT just because I was already there. You're literally just going to start with, it is 8 o'clock, 8:08 a.m. So you're literally going to start every single chat that you need your branding with as, and this goes for all AI, every single AI out there that you want to use. Oops, hold on a second, I got to do the puzzle thing. Puzzle. There we go. Where are you at, Black? What part of the States? West Coast, I assume? But, yeah, West Coast. No, wait a minute. Midwest. Yeah, okay. See, normally speaking, that's why it's 5 p.m. there. Because I normally go on live, I do believe it's like 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when I go. That's when I start my live. I literally start at 7 o'clock in the morning here in Sydney, Australia. Every time I go live, that's the time that I go live on. That is the consistency that you need when you're going live. It's not about going live every single day. it's not, it's the consistency. I know I'm getting off track, but I always do this. So welcome to my squirrel brain head. Consistency doesn't mean showing up every single day. Consistency actually means setting a schedule. So if you want to start doing lives, and I recommend people do lives all the time. I mean, you don't even have to show your face. You've seen my ugly mug maybe half a dozen times since I started doing lives. You are literally just going to set yourself a specific time and specific days. So like in my case, I am doing at least, I honestly aim for at least 5 days a week right now. But my time is the same time every single time, which is 7 o'clock a.m. This way everybody knows that, hey, Sydney time, Australia, 7 o'clock. For those that are in the States on the East Coast, it's 5 a.m. UK, you're on your own. I apologize for that, but I think it might be 9 o'clock. Might be 8 or 9 o'clock in the UK time, PM. But everybody knows that I go live at 7 o'clock, my time, Sydney, Australia time. I aim for 5 days a week, and this is what is the consistency is, that so that my target market, you guys, remember that, hey, especially if somebody writes a note, tee. Yes, I know I'm picking on people. I don't care. I'm a bastard that way. People will remember that, hey, the Grumpy Bastard goes live at 7 o'clock Sydney, Australia time. I want to see what he's doing. So they're going to hop in, they're going to set a little bit of time to where they can hop in, see if what I'm blabbing about they want to do. If they want to learn it. If not, they're like, no, I'm tired of hearing him. I'm just going to go play with somebody else, which is perfectly fine. But you want to set a time and give yourself an hour leeway, in all honesty. And this will help you with the consistency, because what we're doing is we are training our target audience not only to expect us at a certain time, but to expect some good things from us. So pick a time that you can go on live and give yourself an hour to a half hour leeway. And I do, 130-minute will train the algorithm properly. I do 2 hours. I literally aim for 2.5 hours. Or at least 2 hours, just because I have to get the gap. You don't have to go that long. But you are training your audience, and not only are you training the algorithm, but you're training your audience that, hey, one of my favorite people is online at 7 o'clock a.m. I need to go check him out. And people will remember this after a while. And it helps not only with your consistency, but it helps to sell things. Now, if you want, as an example, I actually have a TikTok factory now. It is attached to the generator factory. This will help you with not only your content, but it helps you with your consistency. I literally made an entire month's worth of content off of one idea for 24 cents. So I can literally do an entire series off of one idea. And it gives me literally, right now, it only gave me 25 for the first rendition for some reason, 25 days. Still ain't bad. So I can literally pick every single day. I can make either mini videos for here, little shorts, or I can use the talking points for to be able to build things. Videos, whatever the hell I want to do, I can literally take these ideas to like my video factory, load the ideas up, load some photos up, and boom. And Lady T, me personally, I don't want to have multiple accounts. I would get lost. The poor squirrel in my head is tired enough as is without trying to balance out, 3 different things. But what you really should be doing when it comes to consistency is literally pick a time and preferably a day, not a date, but a day, or, as an example, I'm just going to pick on Lady T here. She said she has three different accounts. So what I would do is if I had 3 accounts, what I would actually do is I would schedule each account staggered. So my first one, my first, it doesn't, if it doesn't want to do multiple accounts, it shouldn't allow multiple accounts. I've helped people set up like 2 different accounts for businesses. They're different accounts, mind you. They're different businesses. So that they don't mind. They don't mind if you set up different businesses on TikTok, by the way. YT is the same. YT is a hell of a lot easier, actually. But if I had 3 accounts, I would literally stagger them. So my first account A, I would literally say, okay, I'm going to go live. Well, I'm going to share content for A on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Account B would be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. And then account 3, if it was a less popular one, I might just say, okay, I'm only going to do Saturday and Sunday with that one. So I literally I would stagger it all, and I would set a specific time for each one. So account A, I would be posting content at 7 o'clock. Account B would be 8 o'clock, and account C would be 9 o'clock, just as an example. So, they literally this would allow you to stagger your content to be able to set everything, to make it a little easier on you. You can use certain places to automate this. Like on Bradley, you can literally load up a ton of social media content and have it published to your accounts whenever you want it to, time-wise. The idea here is to literally train your audience to expect content on specific days and roughly the same time. And I don't care what social media you are on, you need to, thank you for sharing this live up, you need to stagger it, So you literally want to make sure that you are training people to say, okay, as an example, say that you're also on IG. You're here on TikTok, you're on IG. You want to make sure that people on both platforms know that, hey, I am posting content at 12 o'clock noon. So this way, if they have a rough day, really busy day, they don't get a chance, to join your live at like 12 o'clock, as an example. But they know that you're going to post content, some kind of content at 12 o'clock. Maybe at 3 or 4 when things calm down, they're going to say, hey, I just remembered, Lady T is actually has already posted something, and I want to go check that out. So I'm going to run over to TikTok, YT, wherever the hell she's posting at, and I'm going to go look, because I want to see their content. So, and I'm trying to, me personally, I'm trying to build YT up a little bit. That's why I have my live doing the whole dual casting thing. But you do want multiple social media accounts. You do not want to put all your eggs in one basket, because what happens when one of these things disappears? You're kind of screwed. So it is better to have things actually kind of spread out, so that you know that no matter what's going on, your social media is fine. So if you're selling things like what I'm doing right now, I literally have the Generator Factory, which is link in bio, by the way. Massive program, 12 different programs, from being able to build your own HTML generators in bulk, mind you. And I'm changing that. I've actually made some adjustments, so those that are here that actually have the Generator Factory, there's going to be a new version of it. I have the TikTok Factory, which helps with content, because content, coming up with content can be a little bit of a pain in the ass sometimes. Helps you come up with hooks, video ideas, the whole thing. There are a lot of rabbit holes. But if you actually go to my link in bio, you will find Jax's and mine literally side by side. Yeah, TT Shop, I cannot help you on that one, just because of the fact that you have to be in the States to have a TikTok shop. And even if they actually applied that to Australia here, I would not have a TikTok shop because it has to be physical products. I'm not dealing with physical products. I'm dealing with digital products. So we literally have, if it would allow me to sell digital products, hell yeah, I'd have a TikTok shop, to be perfectly honest. So unfortunately, I cannot help you with TikTok shop. There are quite a few people out here in TikTok that that can help you with setting up your shop and all that good jazz. I'm just not one of them. There's some really good people to learn from too, by the way. You just have to kind of look around and do a search here on TikTok for what you're looking for. Watch the person for a couple of, check their content out. Try catching them on a live if they do lives. And take everything that everybody here on the internet says, myself included, with a grain of salt. Not everyone's going to agree with me. And that's, they're wrong, but that's still okay. In reality, you need to not only keep an open mind, but make sure that you do your homework. Don't just follow people blindly. So just learn what you can from people. Do you need courses? Do you need mentors? No and no. Do they help? Fuck yes, they do. Both of them do. So, it's up to you on what you're going to sell, because we all need to make money. We all need to make money. And that's one reason that I'm teaching this, is how to actually use AI to really improve it. Yeah, this is the other thing about AI. You can literally make your own avatar. Understand though that AI does not do perfect duplications of products yet. It's getting there, but it's still not fully at that stage to be able to actually build something like that. It's going to have a slight variation, but it still can do some really good photos depending on who you're using and whatnot. But Sister Slim has actually done that. She has made an avatar, and she's sold like 4 or 5 dresses, if I remember correctly. And it was a commission for. She was an affiliate kind of thing, and she actually made some of those. Yeah. And well, see, this is the thing. This is the thing. With AI now, you don't have to worry about bad agents. It may take you a little bit to get the consistency that you want, to learn how to prompt and whatnot, but you no longer have to worry about models and all that other crap. You can actually literally make your own AI models. Make sure, though, that you notify people that, hey, this is AI. Don't just don't say, oh, this is a real person wearing this amazing ass outfit. Make sure that they understand that it is an AI model. So, the AI content is not hard to do. Start with a brand Bible. You need a brand Bible. I don't care what people say. Without a brand Bible, you're literally going to produce what is called AI slop. Because it's all going to be generic shit. It's going to look terrible. It's going to sound terrible. It's not going to sound like your brand. It's going to sound like everybody else. And you don't want that. Hey, IT. So, we literally are building an entire brand using AI. And this is where the Generator Factory comes in, by the way. It produces all on-brand material for you, from the HTML generators to TikTok concepts, scripts. I have a link factory for that one that will literally help you with your profile. Will write posts for you, all on brand. Excuse me. I got an IG factory for that, pin factory. There's also the repurpose factory, which basically you will take one photo and it will literally give you a ton of social media posts for it. So, And it's perfect for if you want to build your own agency. The generator factory is perfect for that as well, because you can turn and burn content very, very quickly, very, very cheaply. I mean, I literally have an entire calendar for LinkedIn built, cost me 47 cents. And all I have to do is copy and paste it, post each post once a day. That's the other thing. Find out the best practices for each social media, because each social media has its own wants, desires, and needs. Figure those out so that you understand how to post it so that you can actually trigger the algorithm properly. Now, none of them are going to tell you come out outright and say, okay, if you do this, 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 you're going to really blow up. You do have to do some homework on it. The other thing that I will touch on: stop worrying about going viral. God, I hate hearing. I've been hearing that again of late. Oh, go viral with my course. You can do this. You can do this. Going viral does not do shit unless you are actually making money. So stop worrying about going viral. Stop worrying about the views when you first start up. My views, in all honesty, I think the highest view that I've had on one of my videos was like 200 views. That's fun. I have no problem with that. Okay. Too many people here. I don't care. I do not care about my views. I mean, like right now, I have 16 people. I think the most that I've seen in my live was like 50. And I've still made a fair bit of money, to be perfectly honest. And that's because I've built up people's trust. And this is what it's all about. You build up your trust. You build up your reputation. And I don't care if you're selling courses. I don't care if you're selling generators. I don't care what you're selling. Be honest about what you're selling. Do not claim to be a fucking guru. If you're selling courses, do not claim to be a guru if you yourself have not finished the damn course. I've seen that so many times. Oh, I just started on this course and I can mentor you. How the fuck are you? You couldn't mentor your way out of a wet paper bag with a compass and a GPS. So, yeah, the consistency and hey Joe. So getting the consistency and getting your posts out there, that is where you need the plan. This is where you start with your brand Bible. This is going to be the start of it. It's going to help you. And by the way, Jim, the TikTok factory is going up. Actually, I think the TikTok factory may be up on the Drive file. And there will be the video factory. There is a new version of that. So if you want to download that, uninstall the video factory and reinstall the new one, go for that. There will be some changes to the generator factory as well. I literally have to rebuild the generator factory, but there are some major changes going on. One of them is to allow a base 64 photo to be put into the generators, which again, the base generator photo wise, right there, it'll literally load whatever photo that you want right there. I do not know if that feature will actually properly work or not. I have to do that. I literally have to run a test to see if it will actually properly do what I want it to do. If not, just wipe that little feature out. But the amazing thing here with AI is we can do a ton of shit, folks, with this. And stop going to like NAN or Lovable or Bolt. You don't need them. Stick with the AI. To me, Claude is worth the $20 a month. It can do all sorts of amazing things. So, to me, $20 a month isn't bad for Claude, especially when you start messing around with Claude Code. Literally, I vibe coded the entire factory into existence. I don't know shit about Python. I don't need to know shit about Python. the code actually, Claude Code knows all about Python. So I can literally go to it and say, okay, I have this idea for a program. And this is how the generator factory started. The entire suite was, I just said, hey, I want to be able to make HTML generators in bulk. How do I do this? And it built the generator factory over time. It took me, I think, because I wasn't doing the vibe coding, quote unquote, properly, I think it took me like a day or two to get the generator factory up and running. And now I have 12 individual programs that are great for social media. Not only does it build in bulk content for you. Oh, good. I'm glad somebody liked it. Then Lady T, I would recommend two things. Using either ChatGPT's free version or Gemini's, depending on what you need. But the home would be Claude, in all honesty. The way that I started vibe coding, because Claude does have a usage limit. You know, you do have a warning, and if you've never used Claude and you want to know where your usage is, you're literally just going to go to your little icon down here in the bottom. Go to Settings. And then go to Usage. Boom. And then it's going to show you. As you can see, I am sitting at almost 83% of my usage for the day. Well, for the 5-hour limit. And it will reset in 2 hours and 28 minutes. So, and my weekly one, I'm at like 43%. So that's not bad. I cannot stand chat myself. It got too stupid. But I will use the free version for certain things. But if you want to get into coding, I honestly recommend Claude. The other one, if you're going to use ChatGPT because you're paying for it, I would throw another $20 down onto Claude. Use those two. I use Claude for a lot of things, not only just for HTML coding, but for writing articles, for writing my sales pitches, all descriptions, all that good jazz. Load up my personas, tell Claude to quit being a whiny little drama queen, because it always bitches and moans about it. So let's bounce back that way. There we go. Let's try this this HTML generator project, because I have not tried a project yet. So I'm just going to say I need a new HTML generator. Let's see here. Actually, let's grab a base 44. Which one was this? I don't remember. Let's see here. Clear all this. We're going to select one of the files. Where is my file? Where did that pretty one go? Let's just grab... let's grab that one. And encode. So we're going to download that. And then go back to Claude. I need an HTML generator that will embed this photo into the background. Full screen. Boom. Not the ever living hell. Oops. Control Z. Gotta actually upload the did I download that? Base 64. Download results. There we go. And we're just gonna upload the base 64. That big ass long string of things, so that it will actually load it up. And let's see here. And let's make the generator actually all about the base 64 photo that I uploaded. Do you need to see the actual photo? Always ask questions. Never just assume. Let me read the base 64 file and decode to see what the photo actually is. And so we're going to just let it do its thing and we'll see what happens. Oh, cool. He's back. So, I have never used the projects, and we'll just see what it does. I don't care if I hit my usage limit today. But in reality, the best way that I have found to actually vibe code is this. If you come up with an idea, let's say the subscription slayer, which by the way can be found in my group, which is in link in bio. The subscription slayer is literally designed to help you basically figure out what subscriptions to keep and which ones to delete, to stop paying for. I vibe coded that entire thing. The way I did it was I went to, I will normally go to like Gemini or ChatGPT use the free version. And I will say, okay, I have this idea that I want to vibe code into existence. Here is the idea. And I'm going to literally have it flesh my idea out. Once I'm happy with the idea, and I've stopped adding features or, telling it, yes, no, I don't like this, I like this, let's keep this, hey, can we add this? Once I'm done, I will literally have it write me a technical document that I can just paste straight to Claude. This cuts my usage down on my Claude usage. Instead of me going to Claude and saying, okay, I have this idea, let's flesh it out. And I can spend a half hour to an hour fleshing this idea out. But once I get the documentation, I can just go straight to Claude Code, dump that in there and say, hey, let's build this. Boom. And I can walk away to a certain extent. You have to approve having it have access to your files and all that good jazz. But you can literally build your entire thing. You can literally build an entire program into existence just by using 2 AIs. And I do that because of the fact that I want to be able to save my time, my Claude time, to actually use it for building. But you really want to spend at least 20 minutes on your idea before you start vibe coding things into existence. Good news, I can see your photos perfectly. It's a stunning oil painting. Yep. 64, option A, full embed, self-contained. Small embed, I compress the file first, then embed it. File stays under and loads faster. Either way, the generator will be, okay, cool. It's giving me some ideas. Oops, it's reached its tool use limit. Oh, well, we'll just continue anyways. I'm just going to say, let's see, I'll go with option A. There we go. A fully embedded self-contained. Let's build it now. So it's going to build me a generator. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Yeah, you can any LLM and just plunk it straight into Claude. That's what I'm talking about. I literally sometimes I may use ChatGPT, I might use DeepSeek, I might use Gemini. It just depends on what I have opened at the time. So it does not matter. It does not matter what what AI that you're using to build the idea. The end result will be the end result for me is going to Claude and having Claude actually build it out for me. And this way, I don't have to worry about either paying for extra time or, I don't have to pay for extra time, or I don't have to wait until my Claude usage will go back to the 5-hour thing. It just saves me a little bit more time, a little bit more effort to vibe code what I'm doing. As I said, I have the generator factory. I have 12 programs that I am building out. There will actually be 13 of them soon because I'm going to be building a YT factory that is literally going to give us content. It'll do hooks. It will do scripts. It will do prompts for thumbnails, the whole 9 yards. And that will be included into the factory. I have the voice factory, which literally you can sit there and talk to, and it will give you ideas. It'll give you social media content, the whole thing. That is up on my link in bio as well. That is a standalone product as well as included in the generator factory. I have another program that we literally I built live. Vibe coding is called the Brain Dump. That is actually on the generator factory, and that's actually on my link in bio. And the Brain Dump, just to show you the example of what you can vibe code, It uses two APIs. It uses OpenAIs and Claude's. I can talk to the brain dump for 10, 20 minutes, however long I want to talk with it, and this is just a way of getting ideas out of your head. Instead of writing them down on a piece of paper that you're going to lose or filling your entire space with sticky notes. This will allow you just to say, hey, 2 o'clock in the morning, you can't sleep, you've had too many Red Bulls, you got a busy brain. You can literally kickstart the brain dump on your computer or your laptop and just start talking and say, hey, I have this really crazy business idea. And you just start talking about the business idea. Or you can put in random thoughts. You can have, say that you suddenly have this really amazing idea for an HTML generator. You can literally say, okay, I have this amazing idea for an HTML generator. Tell it what this amazing idea is, and then press the organize button, and it will literally organize your thoughts for you. And then you can download them as a PDF, a CSV file, and a text file. It does all three all at the same time. You can even expand on an idea using Claude. And Claude will actually expand on the idea, and that way you can take that idea that you've expanded to any AI and say, hey, I really like this idea. How can we turn this into this idea, go from an idea to an actual product and or brand? And the TikTok factory will actually work with the brain dump as well, and that actually comes with the brain dump actually comes with the TikTok studio, TikTok factory as well. But if you want to do a vibe code, if you want to make your own, say, personal secretary, someone that you can dictate things to, you're going to use OpenAI's API. You're going to throw $5 on it, and that $5 goes a long way. I actually took one of my live replays, which is like 3 hours, and I literally loaded it up to, it was the Voice Factory. I loaded that up, and it transcribed it perfectly. The brain dump, June, will be actually in the drive file because I forgot to add that there. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's see how bad this is going to screw things up. How bad can I screw my laptop up? Drive. Aha. And voila, the project actually worked. Let's download this. Let's go to open. And voila, one photo. So here we go. We now have a photo background for Mountain Landscape Studios, generator-wise. And this will do the video prompt. We have the scripts, full locks. So guess what, folks? I'm going to start using fucking projects on Claude. I literally loaded the cheat sheet up into the file, told it literally what I wanted. I gave it my base 64 photo, and I loaded the file itself into the projects. So now it remembers everything that I need. Bloody hell. That's amazing. See what happens when you play around? Which, by the way, this is how you learn AI. You don't need a course. You don't need some jackass like myself teaching you. Start playing. Yes, I want you to buy my courses. Yes, I want you to buy the Generator Factory. Do you need them? No. Oh my Lord, someone is actually telling you the truth of what you need and what you don't need. It's amazing, isn't it? Let's see here. Go to there. I am on my laptop, so I'm going to ramble here just a few seconds because I just got to grab this. Let's see how. Aha, there you are. I'm going to copy that. Can I actually copy that? Oh, make a copy. There we go. It's creating copy. Here we go, and we go to move. I know I can move this thing. How do I move it? You gotta love it. I don't want to open it with it. I want to freaking move the damn thing. Ah, there it is. Move. Thank you. And then we go to... Nope, I'm looking for... You know what is all locations. There we go. Sometimes Google Drive can be a pain in my butt. Because half the time I forget what the hell I'm doing in the first place. I blame the squirrel because he's running not that fast this morning. Doesn't have enough Red Bull in him. Where is... There it is. Go there, go to move. Yes, move. Okay, Jew. Go check out the HTML turn and burn drive file. The brain dump is there. I've been meaning to actually transfer that over. So, let's have a nice little... Where did our lovely little landscape thing there go? There it is. So let's just hit randomize button. Generate. Oh, nope. Okay, it screwed up. That's actually a good thing. And we're literally going to say, hey, you screwed this up. It's not generating. Generate prompt. What about there? Generate prompt. Okay, failed to fetch. Please try again. So, you press that, and we're just going to say, okay. Okay, we have this issue. Boop. And we're just going to send it in. I love when it screws up, because then I can actually show you guys what to do. So when the AI is an imperfect tool, what you do is you literally grab a screenshot and say, hey, you fucked up. Fix it. And it's going to do it. So fix. The issue was a missing required header. Okay, so fine. We'll just download that again. We'll open that up. Randomize. Generate. And no, that still did not work here. Error. Empty response. This is the beautiful thing. New error. Stop screwing up already. You are smarter than this. Wait until it's uploaded the photo. And boom. Got through, no more. Yep, but now is empty response, meaning the API is returning an error. Oh, that's why. This is not an API. Stop. Okay, let's see here. Fixed the model corrected to... I see what's going on. Okay. I see what is going on. This is not using an API. That is the issue. Yeah, I'm good. I haven't had to go get blood tests. That's why I had the door open. Huh? Yeah, he's left. He came back. Yeah. He went there and he came back. But I just popped the door open so the dogs knew that somebody was here. So there was no howling and carrying on and whatnot like Sam and Molly like to do. So, how you doing?
Jack Henry.
Huh?
Jack Henry.
Oh, yeah.
Started at 7 o'clock.
Of course. Jackasses. And, you know, we got construction going over here as well. It sounds like, Andrew's guys are over there. And we got these guys over here. So, I'm almost done anyway, so. Yeah, I know. Sorry about all the noise, love. Okay, cool. Yeah, close the door, please. Thank you. Oh, yeah. The APIs, okay, sorry, life got me there. APIs are basically a way of using any of the chats without actually having a subscription. It's going to cost you money, but it can go a very long way. As an example, text is the cheapest. Well, actually, the cheapest is transcription. Doing a transcription, that's the cheapest. OpenAI's Whisper, which is what the brain dump uses, it's like 0.000006 of a cent for a minute, and it does it by minute increments. I have not even moved the dial yet, and that's literally having it transcribe 2.5 or 3 hour live replay of mine, just to see what the cost was going to be. And the only limit that you actually end up running into is how much money that you throw at a project. as an example, with, let me see, do I actually have it on here? Let's see here. This is output here. That's the brain dump. Hold on a second, folks. I need to find, where is the video? I think the video. Voice Factory, local. Do I have the video? Nope, that's the wrong one. Go back one. Go to Video Factory. Video Factory. Too far. And the Video Factory. Here we go. If we go to Resources, we go to Outputs. And let's see, where is the output at? Factory output. There it is. Videos. This one little video here, which I need to back way the hell up so you can see it. There we go. This video cost me 3 cents to build, because Claude did all the text. It literally did all this text. I didn't choose the right coloring. I can go back through and I can change the coloring. I can add my own music. I can add my own photos. This is like 1minute 30 seconds, I think. This cost me 3 cents. And I can go back and I can regenerate, as I can change the format, I can change the photos, I can change the color, I can change the actual font if I want to, as many times as I want to, and it only cost me 3 cents. And this is using the Video Factory. The Video Factory is literally designed to make short videos for any social media. Yeah, literally. And that was using Claude's API, quite literally. So it literally cost me 3 cents. It took me 2 minutes to do it, and this is literally let's see, how long is this video? This video was 1minute 30. I have full control over it. I can tell it how long each text has to be on the frame for. The whole kit and caboodle. I can load my own fonts if I want to. I can go to Google and find some fonts, or I can go online, find some really cool looking fonts, and I can load those up to the file to control the font look. You cannot do this on CapCut. You cannot do this on Canva this quickly. Literally, it took me 2 minutes to do this. All for 3 cents. And APIs, literally, most of them, the bare minimum that you can throw at it is $5. And you're good to go. But the API is just a way of using the AI without having to have a script. Well, yeah, that's my brand. That's literally that is literally my brand, my grumpy ass, and that's what I had it do. So that's the issue. This is a standalone HTML generator. That is it. Boom. Let me go back to that. See, it was trying to make an API call for some stupid reason. Yep, no fetch call at all. Let me rewrite the generator function. There we go. See, the AI, again, it's an imperfect tool. It is going to fuck up. And after a while, once you start building these generators, when you start building programs like what I'm doing, you start seeing a pattern of where it's going to screw up. So you can say, hey, we've tried this in the past. This does not work. This, on the other hand, works. So you literally tell it what works and what doesn't work. It's going to screw up. The Voice Factory, literally, it took me, I think, 2 hours and I would say 4 different versions to get it exactly how I wanted it to be. And everything about the Generator Factory is on brand for you. You literally load your brand Bible up. And the beautiful thing is you're not dealing with bloated software. There are 12 programs all total within there. If you do not have, just as an example, say that you don't have a Threads or X account, don't download just leave that the Thread Factory alone. You don't need it. So don't download it on your computer. Don't even bother setting it up. Now later on, if you want to get into Threads or X for whatever reason, you can download the factory and start using it right off the bat. To make literally, it will make your entire Threads for you, all on brand. Copy, paste it, dump it into your file, well, into your social media. It's the same with the linked post. I literally have a entire month worth of content for LinkedIn. Cost me 47 cents. And it literally goes day by day by day by day. Because you literally only want to post one post a day to that platform. So, literally, using AI for marketing for your social media is a lot easier than just sitting there scratching your head and saying, okay, how the hell do I want to say this? What do I actually want to say? And you can spend a couple of hours just being locked into the entire process. And the factory, on the other hand, makes it to where you don't have to do that. I can literally give it an idea, and boom. I have either entire generator factory built. I can literally build HTML generators using the generator factory. I can build 10 of them for 30 cents. It takes 10 minutes. Then I can turn around and sell each individual generator either as a standalone that has my branding on it. I sell that for $20. Or I could do it for a white label. And white labeling just basically means that there is no branding on it. So I could sell a generator for anywhere between $50 to $80, depending on your target market. Hey Shannon, thanks for swinging in. And just tell them, hey, this is white label. Put your brand on it. Go forth and sell it yourself. Or you can tell them, hey, white label it yourself. You sell it once at $60, you've made your money back. Everything else is gravy. As long as I get my 60, I'm happy. I don't care. And the other thing is, stop, please, for the love of everything you consider holy, stop worrying about, oh, well, what if somebody steals my stuff? Congratulations. People are going to pirate your crap. Even if you could afford a lawyer and you could afford to copyright all your stuff, the reality is you would lose money chasing after every Tom, Dick, and asshole. Because say that somebody steals one of your generators and they start selling it as their own. No, it won't take the encoded image off. You're literally selling the HTML code for it. It just doesn't have your branding on it. Like, as an example, let's see if this actually got this done properly. Let's download that again. So this is rendition 2. All right, so as an example, this literally has no branding on it. You do not see the Grumpy Marketing branding anywhere. The photo will actually stay there. Randomize. Generate. Woohoo! There we go. We got it right this time. So I could white label this, and literally I could sell this to you for $60. It will have this photo here in the background. It won't wipe it out because I'm selling you the HTML generator file itself. Out of curiosity, let's see what this actually looks like. Let's see. We're just going to copy the prompt. Let's go to... Let us go and see what this actually looks like. And we're going to set the... I want this as 16 by 9. Paste that in there, and we will see what this actually looks like. But you're literally just selling the HTML file itself. So anything that's in that file, it's not going to get it wiped out. Now, so I could literally sell that to you for $60. Then what you would do is you would literally take that generator. Then you just tell it, hey, you would literally go to Claude or whatever AI that you wanted to and say, hey, remove the photo. I don't like the background photo. Get rid of it. And it'll get rid of it. And then you tell it literally, hey, here's my brand Bible. Put my branding on this generator. But why would you want to remove my pretty picture? You know how much hassle I had to do to put that freaking picture in there? But no, as an example, you can actually tell them, hey, change this however the hell you want. You bought it, it's yours to do with whatever you want commercial wise. I do not care. Because I cannot stop you. And as I said, as an example, let's say that I decided that I wanted to really copyright this entire mountain landscape studio. I went to a lawyer, paid whatever fees he or she wanted, went in, copyrighted this thing, and then I suddenly found out that Hannah is selling this against my wishes. So, no, it wouldn't change the whitelisting process at all. But let's say that Hannah stole this idea from me. She literally stole the generator and she's selling it as her own. She's put her labeling on it, even though I have, I have my branding on it. And say I only gave it to her for $20, and I find out that she's actually white labeling this under her own label, and she's selling it for $100. By the time that I took her to court, I ran this through my lawyers and everything else, I would lose money on it. Well, no, I'm just picking on you, though. But I would end up losing money. I would not make that money back. It does not make sense to worry about what people are doing with your product when it comes to digital. We are currently small businesses. We do not have the resources, the time to actually chase down every asshole that's trying to pirate our stuff. I actually take it, I take it as a compliment. If someone is stealing my stuff, I take it as a compliment. It means I'm doing something right. If you're that desperate to steal my stuff, I must be doing something right. Yeah, I'm not going to trademark it either. I'm not going to put it under, I'm not chasing everyone down that is, quote unquote, stealing my ideas, selling my generators, whatnot. I don't care as long as I get my money. The original one. Exactly. As you said, Black, TikTok, when you actually sign up, when you sign up for any social media now, they all basically say in small print that we can use your material however the hell we want. And that's fine. It's their sandbox. If you don't like it, don't go on social media. You agree to play by the rules. That's what you're going to do. Now, having said that, I see so many people say, I see so many people worrying about, oh, what happens if someone steals my stuff or they copy my stuff? Take it as a compliment. Put your branding on it. And most people, to be perfectly honest, that we are selling these generators to, do not know how to go to AI to change things. So, don't worry about it. Build what you want to build. Sell what you want to sell. Get your money and let everyone else worry about themselves. That's why I tell everyone that, like this generator here, I'm going to put this generator up on the drive file. You can do what you want with it, commercial-wise. I don't care. I can't stop you anywhere, anyways. So if you make a ton of money, hey, cool. Congratulations. There is nothing new under the sun, folks. The only time that something was new was the first time that man actually learned how to finger paint on a cave wall. And then someone else is like, ooh, I like that. Let me finger paint right beside you. There is nothing new under the sun. So stop worrying about what everyone else is doing. Stop comparing yourself to the person next to you. Your life is your life. Their life is their life. And if one more person tells me, oh, I'm so far behind on AI, you're going to make me grumpier than I already am. You can just do me a favor, go look in the mirror, smack yourself upside the head, and tell yourself enough of that horse shit. You are not that far behind on AI. Yes, you might be a couple of steps behind me, but guess what? It's only a couple of steps. It just takes, and you might find some people that you can learn from. How's a Jew? She's a really good teacher. There's a few things that I've picked up from her, like these freaking presets. She's got me hooked on them. The Suno music thing, never even thought of doing that. So, And I literally now, this actually has a history. So we can literally save the, we can actually, well, we're supposed to be able to save the generators. Why did you not do that? Huh. Oh, because it did not do that. There we go. Save to history. So if we go to history, boom, we now have a generator factory. So we can literally save all of these, copy these, and drop, if we like them, drop them into a text file, go to Canva, make it all look pretty and whatnot, and sell it as a prompt back, or give it away as a prompt back. You know, free lead magnet kind of thing. And this is, oh, that's not bad. I like that. This is what, let's see here. This is, oops. That's Nana Banana. That's ChatGPT's. Flux 2. And ByteDance. I never liked ByteDance. ByteDance isn't that good. But between them, I like ChatGPT, Gemini, Nana Banana, and ChatGPT for that. So, you know, it is what it is, folks. Sell your generators. Sell the photos. Sell prompt guides. Give some stuff away for free. By the way, that is called a lead magnet. Everybody likes free shit. And this is how you get them to sign up for your email list. You're literally going to, I just literally went through all that, Hannah. You're literally going to go to base64.org, load your photo up, literally load your photo up, download the encoding part right here. You can literally just click on download. You will then go to Claude or ChatGPT. You will load that downloaded file up to the chat and say, hey, using the base 64 that I just loaded up, I want this as a background photo. And you're going to tell it, do you want it the full screen? Do you want it on the left? Do you want it on the right? Do you want it centered? You tell it the position, and boom. No, I didn't understand the question. You can probably load a couple of photos on it. I never tried that. So try it and see. Just be careful with what you're loading, because you might make it to where the if you're going to load like a photo as a button, it might not work. It might screw your button up. You don't know. Try it. That's the easiest thing that I can tell you. Try it. Oh, you mean just as an image? Try it. Tell the AI exactly what you want to do. And this is the thing, and I'm not talking just, you know, one sentence of, oh, I want to put this photo here, right where the buttons are. Explain to the AI what you actually want. You literally need to explain it in more than one sentence of what you want. And then boom, you literally have the you will literally have your answer, if you can do it or not. Some of my ideas that I've come up with, guess what? They don't fucking work. It'd be nice if everything that I did was gold, but unfortunately it does not do that way. As a prime example, I vibe coded an entire factory which was all about blogs. Guess what? It was shit. It did not work at all. Oops, I did not want that on. Thank you. So, the only way that you're going to learn is if you play. You know, and ask it. Say, hey, literally, what I would do is I would load, as I said, I'm going to load this, the mountain landscape here. I'm going to load this up to the generator factory. I'm going to load this up to the Google Drive file. You guys can play with it. Literally, just tell it what you want. Load up your brand Bible first, and then load this file up. Go to the base64.org. I think it's .org. Or is a conversion. It is literally base64converter.org. Load whatever photo that you want. Have it encode it and download it, and load that photo. Load that text file that you get, and say, hey, I want to take this photo, and put it down underneath the buttons, and have the buttons as an overlay. Put this in the background, put the buttons over there, leave the other background as is. You never know. Literally, just play with it. The worst thing is, it doesn't work, and you're like, okay, well, fuck that idea. I have a lot of ideas like that. It's like, ooh, I want this idea. And then it turns out that, hey, guess what? That idea wasn't good. So just start playing, literally start playing with the ideas. Ooh, this is pretty. Let's see here. That's Nana Bananas. Nice little cabins in the background and whatnot. That's Chat GPTs. I like that one better. Except that looks like the forest fire there. That is Flux 2. And that's ByteDance. ByteDance didn't do too bad on that one. That is basically what it reminds me of as well as Bob Ross style. As a matter of fact, I wonder if there is a Bob Ross style. I love that, man. Orange sunset, deep. Let's see here. We got mountain conditions. We got river and water. Foreground details. Camera lens. Atmosphere. Quality detail. So see, I could actually add more to this. Like, I want shadow controls, lighting controls, and different art styles. The art style itself apparently is hard-coded into the prompt, which is fine. So, it still does some really amazing photos that I could easily use for whatever I wanted to. But that one I think is pretty decent. Oops. No, I didn't want to do that. So we literally have, a generator that does some really nice looking landscapes and whatnot, with a background all based off of a base 64 program. It basically just decodes the photo so that the AI understands exactly what to stick in the background. And it makes for a very pretty background. You don't have to do this. You can literally just leave it the hell alone. You can tell it, hey, just animate the background if you wanted to. Put my branding on there, the whole works. So, play along. Play with the AI. You get ideas in your head and just say, hey, I have this really crazy idea. I want to do this. Let's see here. Oh, by the way, yes, I am saving this. Again, the replay here will be available later on. I got to grab yesterday's replay as well and upload that. I got a little slack because I fell into another rabbit hole. So, start playing, folks. Learn from this. Now, if you are interested in the, because I'm going to get off here in just a second. If you are interested in the Generator Factory Suite, it is $500 for 4 people. Then I am jumping the price to $1,005. The things that you can build on this, there's even a pod factory. So if you are doing print on demand, this will literally take your photo, your brand Bible, and the shit description that they actually give you from Printful, Printify, and it will literally give you SEO title, SEO descriptions, all on brand for you. Do not use the supplier's descriptions. They are shit. They will not sell anything. Simple as that. There's also the course factory. If you are interested in making your own courses, this thing will literally write a massive course for you. And I think it cost me like maybe $1 to make a very, very long course. All about vibe coding. It has slideshows, the whole works. And it's like maybe, if I remember correctly, it took it an hour or 2. I can't remember. I think it took it 2 hours actually to write. Yeah, it took like an hour or 2 to write the entire on brand, full length module, which was 10 modules. Each module had 4 to 5 lessons within the module. The course that I used as a test run was all about vibe coding. And by the end of the course, you should be able to vibe code your very first program. Mind you, I have not read through my entire course because I don't have the attention span for it right now, but I know it works. I have actually made a couple of short courses, which were like 4 modules, 4 lessons per, and that cost me, I think, a total of 48 cents. All about the Brand Bible. So if you want to actually make your own courses, the Course Factory will make the course for you. If you are on print on demand, hey Sister Slim, hope you're doing good. If you literally are doing print on demand, the Pod Factory alone is worth the money because it's going to help you sell your products. Stop using the damn descriptions that the suppliers give you because they are generic. They don't help sell your products. So, the whole idea behind my Generator Factory suite is to make it to where you can make content fast, in bulk, and a lot easier, and more importantly, on brand. Everything you do needs to be branded, folks. You need to stand out. Now, I'm going to get going because I have groceries coming here soon, and the wife will probably want me to help her get started, and I need to get some food in me too, apparently. At least get some painkillers in me because it's going to be a rough day today. But it is, that's a good idea, Coco. Literally, you can take my replays to Notebook LM. Have it transcribe it. Literally have it transcribe the whole entire thing. If you have the Voice Factory, grab one of my replays, dump it in there. Literally, OpenAI. I think the reason why it's also I have not moved the needle. If I remember correctly, OpenAI gives you a certain amount of free transcriptions before it starts hitting your payment. But literally, I transcribed one of my entire... I actually did it in the brain dump. That's what I did. I took it to the brain dump because the brain dump will allow you to do audios as well as video, as long as it's got an audio part to it. My replays are in my Google Drive. If you want the Google Drive file, just send me a DM. It's absolutely free. I will give you the Drive file. Plus, I have another Drive file for my generators. So if you want both the replays and the generators that I produce on live, send me a DM and I will send you the links. Because both of them are free. You can do with them what you want. But literally, you can even take these... one of my replays, put it in the Notebook LLM. Have it do a breakdown for you. I hadn't even thought about that. That's actually a smart-ass idea. So see, I learned something new today. I hadn't even thought about that. But, again, if you want my replays and the Generator Factory, well, not the Generator Factory, sorry, but the generators that I produce on live, they will be in my Drive files. I have 2 separate ones. The only one that will change is the generator drive file. I do wipe some of these generators out, and I do add more to them. So, if you want the replays, send me a DM. If you do not have the links, send me a DM. I will send you the links here shortly after I get off my live. But it is up to you to DM me because I honestly will not remember. The squirrel is slowing down again. I think I need to get some more coffee into it. It's tired of running on that hamster wheel. I'm still a little too worried to ask about where the hamster went. Of course, if you guys have questions on using AI for marketing, how to build HTML generators. Actually, if you want to build HTML generators, I actually do have a $10 course. Link is in my bio. It's an hour and 25 minutes. It will teach you how to build an HTML generator, and then you can come back to this live to learn a little bit more advanced features, like doing the whole base 64 and putting pretty pictures in the background like what I just did. And always remember, if you have an idea and you're not sure that it's going to work, go to the AI and say, hey, I got this crazy ass idea. Will this work? I literally have a file for future ideas, because some of the ideas that I have right now, the technology is not there. But I've had a couple ideas that even ChatGPT and all four of the big ones have said, look, save this idea for a couple of years and then come back to it and see where the technology is. The worst thing is, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. No one has to see your screw-ups, unless you're live like me, and then people get to see all the screw-ups that you do. But don't worry about it. Start doing live folks. Don't worry if you trip over your own tongue. Don't worry about, if something doesn't work. We learn more from our screw-ups than we do our successes. Now, mind you, sometimes the simple lesson is, hey, don't do that, dumbass. Unfortunately, at 50 years old, you would think I would learn that lesson, but I am a slow learner. I have done quite a few of, hey, don't do that, dumbass lessons, maybe twice, maybe 3 times. So, yeah, no one can say I'm the brightest bulb in the world, that's for sure. It takes me a couple of tries to get things once in a while. So, go to your AI of choice. Mine is Claude. I am paying for Claude from now on. Well, Black, I will give you one last little laugh at my expense, just to show you that I am a slow learner. Now, for those that do not know, hey, DB, the old-fashioned phones, yes, the landlines, let's put it this way. I am paying for Claude. 100%, I am not paying for GenSpark. I tell people to stay the hell away from GenSpark now. The company is lying to people. It says unlimited. There are limits. They're just lying. So, they're doing blatant false advertisement. But I am definitely paying for Claude. 100%. Because of the Claude code, because of... Yes, I know you did, DB. I finally fell into that rabbit hole, and because of that, I now have 12 programs, full executable programs, for the entire social media. Almost every social media out there, I have a factory that will produce on-brand social media content. And by the way, if you guys want to learn how to build actual apps that you can sell on the Google Store and Apple Store, DB is your man. I do not do apps. I do actual full-blown programs now. It's and we're both doing the same thing. We're both vibe coding. It's just different side of the same coin. But DB is really a really great teacher. House of Jew is a really good place to learn as well. Myself included. Jax is another one. There are a lot of really good people to learn from. But as I was saying, just to give you guys a good laugh at my expense, landlines, and yes, I grew up with a rotary phone. And for those that don't know what a rodeo phone is, it literally was a dial on it. And if you done fucked up your number, you literally had to hang up and start all over again. It was like, ah, damn, that's the wrong number. Hang up, do it again. Well, the landlines, when you're literally running the entire line to hook your phone up to it, it has a small amount of electricity. My dumbass did not know this. So, yeah, very long cord. My dumbass, for some reason, did not realize that the landline that ran from your phone to the jack, the line to the jack, actually carried a small amount of electricity. I was literally running 25 feet of... I have literally was running 25 feet of cord from the post outside to my house to put in a new phone, a couple of phones into the house. My hands were full. So what does every single redneck do when your hands are full? You put something in your mouth. Well, dumbass here had split the line, and without even thinking about it, I put that phone line into my mouth, and that damn thing bit my tongue. And it hits harder than a 9-volt battery. If you've never stuck a 9-volt battery to your tongue, you're smarter than I am. It made my tongue go numb. And I was thinking, what the hell did I just do to myself? And I'm sitting there looking around trying to figure out, what did I touch that I shouldn't have touched? And then all of a sudden I looked at the phone line that was on the ground. And I'm like, no, it couldn't be that. It couldn't have been the phone line. This is where hey, don't do that dumbass lesson I should have learned the first time. I did not. What did dumbass do? I literally stuck my tongue out and took that line and popped myself on the tongue again. I couldn't feel my tongue for almost 2 hours. So my friends started calling me Sparky. So, as I said, I am a slow learner. Sometimes we do not learn the lesson the first time. And if you're raised as a farm kid, which I was raised around farms, you see a fence and you wonder to yourself, is an electrical fence? And instead of taking a piece of weed or something like that and touching it to see if it fries it, no, what do? You reach out and you grab the fence. If you don't get bit, oh, hey, it's not an electric fence. If you suddenly can't let go, you're like, oh, shit, that's an electrical fence. Or if you get tossed on your ass because it's a weed chopper, guess what? It's a really big electrical fence that's designed to make it so that cows do not cross that thing. And cows take a hell of a jolt. So, unfortunately, we do need to learn lessons the hard way sometimes. And sometimes that lesson is, hey, dumbass, don't do that again. But as I said, I have... I would like to say I have a learning disability, but I don't. I just have a thinking problem. So, sometimes our very lesson is, hey, dumbass, don't do that again. It may take us a couple times to learn it, but I do learn it. But yeah, as DB said, he's building apps. I built generators. I have not gone to the Chrome extensions. I don't really know much about them. Programs, I've built 12 fucking massive programs that are on sale again. Well, it's not on sale. It is the price is $500 for the entire suite. It literally makes it to where you can make generators, HTML generators in bulk for very cheap. All social media posts for free. Well, not for free, but cheap. All based off of 3 APIs. Not every single program needs 3 APIs. Most of them do, all of them do require a Claude API though, because everything that is put out is using Claude's API. But it's still very, very cheap. I mean, the TikTok factory, I literally did a 25-day content calendar for myself using my brand, all based off of the brand Bible, just to see what it would do. It cost me 24 cents, and it took, I think, maybe 10 minutes for it to generate it. Download it as a PDF so I can actually read it. And I can now make an entire series on the brand Bible as either using my video factory, make a minute 30 second long videos, all on brand, all about the brand Bible, if I so wanted to do, so that I could literally post it, however many times that I wanted to post it, and the content, the whole thing. And how did I learn to do this? By teaching myself, by just going to the AI and saying, hey, I have this idea. Every single program that I have built, even the subscription Slayer, all Python. I don't know Python. I don't know shit about Python. I don't want to know shit about Python. I don't need to know it because Claude Code knows it. But I do pay attention to what it puts out, which is what you have to do. You have to pay attention to the AI, what it gives you. Do not blindly copy and paste it, folks. So, read what it puts out, give it your brand Bible so that it is on brand for you. And if you want to be able to start hosting your own websites, which is, I highly recommend that, go to OnBrandly. We actually do a really good price. It's not only just a hosting service either. We do emails, we do integrations, automations, you name it, we got it. So, y'all have a blessed day. Remember, don't stick a 9-volt to your tongue. It hurts like hell. Or a landline line, because sometimes you do need the use of your tongue. So, take lessons from what I do. Oh, and never, ever, ever pee on an electric fence. You will definitely regret that one. Mind you, if you get your friend to do that, or your cousin, it's fucking hilarious. When you forget and you do that, it's not so funny. So, y'all have a good day. I appreciate you hanging with me, and I will see you tomorrow. By the way, this live and how to use Base 64 will be up on my Google Drive file a little later today. Yeah, that sounds like a really good idea that I should have learned as a child as well. I have scars to prove that I didn't. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for the heart meat. See you guys later. Cool. Made 30 cents. Woo! Okay, I am Sage 64. I gotta keep remembering that I actually have to end